Hey there, everybody. Yes, I am back. I am not dead. Um, nothing, nothing remotely horribly awful bad happened, but life got the best of me. I had a bunch of crap happen all at the same time, and I just needed to take a break from YouTube for a little while. So I did, but I am back. And I apologize to everyone. I'm really, really sorry. It's something I had to do for my well-being and my mental health. And I always say you got to take care of number one, because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else or look after anybody else. I'm right, I am. So that's why I was gone for a while, but I'm back. So, while I was away, I have been doing a lot of stuff. I've been concentrating on my family, myself, and, on my dolls and everything else. And I want to show you guys one of the things I was working on the last few days. It is Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So it's been crazy. It's just been, life. But I want to share with you guys a Cabbage Patch Kid that I have rerouted. She does not have a name as of yet, but I gave her rainbow hair. So I wanted to tell you guys a bit about the process. So first and foremost, you have to cut the little zip tie in the neck, and that so you can pop the head off. And once you do that, there is a large plastic plug inside the neck. That will just pop out with a screwdriver or a pair of pliers. And that's on the vintage one. This is an 80s kid. I do not buy Coleco. I do not know if the newer dolls have the plug in their neck, but this one does. You gotta take that out. And then you have to cut whatever base hair they have. Whatever hair they have on their head, the yarn hair, you have to cut that off. And then you have to go in with a fairly large pair of pliers. These are a long needle nose pliers that I keep in my tool drawer. And you have to pull out the remaining hair that's in the head. Now that was probably the most difficult part of this whole thing, was pulling out the old hair, because that took about 2.5 hours just to do that. And do not make the mistake of thinking, oh, I bet if I get the head warm by putting it in warm water, it'd be easier to pop out. What I failed to remember is that when yarn or wool or of any kind gets really wet and then slowly dries, it gets tighter, which makes it even more difficult to pull out. And then you're going to think to yourself, I bet if I go in there with an X-Acto knife and try to cut the looping inside, the knotting, don't do that, because I thought about it, but then I realized I might accidentally cut a hole in the head and through some of the pre-drilled holes. Don't do that. Just be patient, work through it, and pull all the plugs out. And then you'll have a nice, clean, fresh head. And what I do after I pulled all the hair out is I wash the head really, really good, got off any remaining little bits of yarn or wool, and just got that all out. And then you go to your Michael's, your Walmart, anywhere you want, and you buy a skein of yarn. And I bought Red Heart, and it's called Mexicana. And I bought 3 of these, and I ended up using almost 2. And I rerouted the entire head, and I did it really, really long, as you saw. She has super long hair. And I'm not sure if I'm thinking about curling the yarn or putting it in a bunch of braids, but I haven't done it. I just finished her last night, and it took me a full evening of rerouting her. A full evening. And I'm very happy with it. I love her. I think she's gorgeous. And I think the rainbow hair works really great with her. She has really pretty green eyes. So that is how you reroot her. It seems a lot more... I know a lot of people will think it'd probably be very tedious and time-consuming, but it's really not. Like I said, the hardest part was pulling the old hair out, and it was a pain, but that was about it. It didn't hurt anything. I didn't break anything, and I didn't even break a needle while I was rerooting her hair. And I used a fairly large, I think it was a quilting needle. And you don't want to use any of them for that are made for soft sculpting or anything like that. You just want to use, let me see if I have my needle here. Yeah, here it is. You want to use a needle that's like this. Fairly large, but not gigantic. And I'm sure you can tell this one is all bent. And when you're pulling the yarn through, you're also going to need a pair of pliers. Not necessarily the big boys like this. I used these pliers because this will be tight going into the holes, so you'll put it in and you'll end up pushing it through like this and then going inside the head, grabbing the needle and pulling it out. Now when I root with the yarn, I have taught myself is I'll show you how the right way to thread it. I get the yarn, cut a bit off, get the needle, and then string the yarn through. This is also a bit of a tedious part. If you do it wrong, you'll end up fraying the ends, and then it'll just end up ruining your piece of yarn. But you pull it through, and you don't pull it. You don't thread the yarn all the way through. You only do about that much through the head of the needle, and then you pull it through, and then you don't pull the needle will slide off of the yarn when it's in the doll's head after you pull it through, and then you just go in and pull the rest of the strand through, knot it, and then pull it back through, and then you have a rooted head. It's easy peasy. It's super easy, not hard or time consuming. Like I said, it took a full evening, one full evening and part of an afternoon to finish her. And I did her entire head, and it's really easy. Yes, I know it'd be a lot easier if I used a rooting machine like they originally used, but I don't have several $1,000s to spend on a rooting machine. I would love to, can't. So that's how I rerouted her. I want to show you guys another thing that I recently got, and I got this from a good friend of mine on Instagram, and he had her dressed in another outfit, and I love that other outfit. It looks great on her, but I wanted to dress her up a little bit, but he sent me this Pizzaz doll from Integrity Toys. She is just stunning. Look at her body. I love her body. This is a Spice Girls coat, these tights that I had that I thought looked kind of evil, and then Monster High shoes, which work for her. I mean, they look good on her. But I mean, look at that pizzazz. Isn't she? The camera does not show her well. Her hair is a very, very vivid yellow-green. It's so cool. And I even decorated her stand. I put rhinestones all over her stand. Just because I thought, it's pizzazz. She needs to have a little pizzazz. Sorry for the bad pun. She needed to have a little glam in her life. So I traded with him, and I got her. And I'm absolutely in love with her. She's Integrity, and as many of you know, I have since fallen madly in love with Integrity Toys just because of the insane quality. And it's just, they have the most amazing quality. I absolutely love it. And then, like, a month or 2 months ago, I went to a doll show, like Pleasanton Doll Show that I love, and Crossroads Doll Show, put on by Dorothy Drake. If you guys are in Northern California, or I think she travels through California and Nevada. If you guys ever see advertised for Dorothy Drake doll shows or Crossroads doll shows, do yourself a favor and go. She puts on an amazing, amazing show. And I got this Integrity girl at a doll show. I cannot remember her name. When I got her, she is a convention doll, and she's from a collection called Cinematic. And I got her. She was new. Well, she wasn't new. She was wearing a homemade dress, but I took it off of her and I put her in this outfit with this purse and I put these earrings on her, and she is just amazing. I got her for $10 at the doll show, and she's wearing, oh God, what are they called? Live doll shoes. She's wearing Live doll shoes, and they fit her, which I'm very impressed with. But I got her for $10. Not going to complain, because that's an amazing deal on Integrity. If anybody has them, you know what an incredible deal it is with Integrity dolls. So I got her, and I have some other stuff, but I will do another video either tomorrow or Monday. No, Monday I have doctor's appointments all day for my family, so I can't do that Monday, but maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. But I wanted to get in touch with you guys again and let everyone know that I'm fine. I'm not dead. I am back. There's a lot of things happen with people who I thought were friends, and everything. And it's not whoever. If you're watching this, it's not you. It's somebody else. Crap happened, and things are getting better. I'm healing emotionally from it. Anyway, yeah, things happen with people I thought was friends, and then a bunch of stuff happened with my family. We lost some people, and it's just, things are going to get better. It's a little bit tough. It's just that time of year, and it's going to get better, and everything's going to be fine. So, yeah, I love you guys, and if you have a chance and you're on Instagram and and if you're a huge Cabbage Patch Kid fan like I am, of vintage, old, Babyland General, if you're on Instagram, go check out this girl who I found, who I think she's an absolutely lovely girl, and her Instagram name is My CPK Collection. She is an amazing photographer, insanely talented with the way she dresses her dolls, poses them. Yeah, she poses them. She gets them to stand, and she does these really cute photographs. She's just great. If you get a chance, check her out. She's awesome. So thank you guys. I love you all so, so much. I'm so sorry I just abruptly left, but life happens, and I had to take care of life before I took care of my YouTube. But I am back, and I love you guys, and I will see you later.